what all happened last time? So last time you guys completed opening all the doors, had a run-in with a poltergeist, resulting in a painful time for Ozzy, involving rocks. Before you decided that maybe you should just let the ghost keep a ring. After that, you managed to search the altar in the grandma's room while she was sleeping, and you found that it moved, and it moved to the side with a great push from Kui, revealing stairs that led down into a dimly lit chamber where you found a small child, seemingly being prepared to be used as a sacrifice. Um, until he attacked you guys, and with the combined efforts of Kui, Mork, and Abraxas, you were able to restrain him, while Ozzy and Tauros figured out how to break the curse that Balfour had laid on the temple. And with the curse being broken, the child, now discovered to be Balfour, returned to his adult form. And a battle commenced, in which both sides took some pretty big hits, but currently you have him surrounded in the corner of the room. And with that, I believe Kui is your turn.
Yeah. I forgot. I gotta pull up my character sheet.
All right.
Alright, Can I lay on hands myself?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
You can use it on any living creature.
Especially me.
You, it's your turn.
I need to heal myself real quick. I'm sorry.
That's assuming I have a turn left, but noted.
I mean, you all get
Well,
to
what
go
kind of
before
shape are
Balfour
you
goes
in?
next.
Literally,
Yeah.
one more hit could do me in.
Abraxas is hurting a little.
Even with the potion that was given to me last session, one more hit could do me in.
I mean, honestly, same. I'm not doing too hot right now.
Honestly, same.
You could
Well.
breathe on him hard enough and it would kill him.
Can I touch him diagonally?
Yes, he is within 5 feet of you, so you can touch him.
Just reach across me, I guess.
So, Audrey, you see anybody in the 8 squares that surround you is something you can immediately touch.
Alright, I can either heal myself or heal you, and then Tauros could heal the other one that didn't get healed. If Tauros wants to.
Can we talk about the bard that just took the potion of advanced healing?
Not just drink it, you mean?
Taking a potion, drinking a potion, is there a difference?
Well, more
taking implies you took it from someone else. Drinking implies using it as an item.
You know, you all know what I meant. You're just choosing to be dicks about it.
Okay, so he can heal someone then, yeah?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You have 3
Okay.
people who
Who,
can.
me?
Yes, you.
No, I can't.
Do you
Why
not have
not?
any healing?
I'm just enjoying all the arguing going on that doesn't involve me for once.
Shut up, Ozzy. Get over here.
He's been throwing flaming orbs at the enemy. He's fine.
Alright, I'll heal you.
I have one healing spell and
Someone
I'm out
can
of
heal
spell
me.
slot.
You have one healing spell.
Alright, so what are you doing, Audrey?
So I think I can lay on hands for Abraxas if someone else can heal me.
So you're going to lay on hands of Brexus?
Yes.
How many hit points?
Number of hit points equal to my paladin level times 5.
That's a pool, so you can use as many from that as you want. So you have 10.
So 10 hit points.
You're going to heal in all 10?
Wait. So I can only heal that many?
Yeah, you have 10 hit points to use, and you can use between 1 and 10 from it to heal. Use as many as you want.
Which sounds good to you, Abraxas? Do you want all 10 to get smacked into your face, or...
I say use up. I say at least keep one for yourself, just in case if one of us goes down or something.
Just one.
Or 2, but I'll take as much as I can get right now.
Alright, I'll give you 9 then.
Alright.
Abraxas, heal 9 hit points. Alright, and that is a full action, so is there anything else you want to do on this turn?
Well, if I move out of their range, they get, like, an attack of opportunity. So I'm just gonna stay here and, I don't know, look at him menacingly, I guess.
Alright, you glare at him with your dead, soulless turtle eyes. He seems uncomfortable.
He seems
Tauros.
quite uncomfortable.
Tauros, you're up.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Am I allowed to put Balfour's amulet on?
Yeah, you can.
Does it do anything for me?
I don't know.
I don't like that answer.
I mean, okay, you like this answer? You don't know.
That's a better answer. Would that be a bonus action or an action?
I'll say to just put. You have it like in your hand, right?
Yeah. I haven't put
Yeah,
it
I'll just
away
say
yet.
it'll be I'll give it to you as a free action then, just to put it on.
Okay. I put the amulet on.
All right, he glares at you. He's like, "That is mine."
Oh boy.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
You find it. You took it from him by force.
Yeah, well, finders, keepers.
But you
All
didn't
right,
find it.
I didn't grab my dice again. Bad DM.
Get your shit together, man.
I'm trying my very hardest. Alright. Yeah, you don't feel any different.
Okay. Okay. Now let's see. What can I do that will actually do something? I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on myself.
Alright. Roll the healing for that.
Sorry, Quee.
If you just click on the spell, it should.
I did
Roll for
hit the spell. I have to submit it as a first level spell.
This is so sad I can't get 5 legs.
Wait, what level are you casting it at?
1. But it does that every time.
You let me.
And dexterity. And then plus... No. Plus 3, so I gain 12.
Alright, regain 12 hit points.
I'm going back to my spells.
I'm trying to fix it for you.
Fix what for me?
So that it just rolls the thing for you. Never mind, I'll do it later. Alright, so you gain 12 hit points. That's your full action. Do you have any bonus actions that you can do?
No.
It's going to end your turn. Ozzy, what would you like to do?
Well, since everybody's busy healing themselves, I guess I'll damage the guy with a, or attempt to damage the guy with a fireball or firebolt.
Cool.
All right, roll.
Let's see. Why won't my character open?
Okay, you said your character's not opening your character sheet.
Yeah, hold on. Let me reset. Doop doop. All right. Now it opens. All right.
Awesome.
Roll your firebolt.
Whoa.
Oh
wow.
my god.
All right, I
So
guess
what's
let's take the first one that was rolled. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
roll
it
damage.
took a long time for any of them to come up, and then suddenly, after clicking on it 5 times, they all came up at the same time. That's just awesome. Looks like the first one hit, though.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
3 entire points.
Oh wow.
It singes.
Yeah, it hits him, and
It's
it kind
like
of
a-
melts part of his chainmail, like some of the links of his chainmail shirt together.
Oh, that'll take at least a week to fix.
A lot of money.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
Point and laugh. Can I move?
Yeah, you can still move.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, I'm gonna.
All right, Mork, you're up. What you doing? How you living?
I'm going to make a mace attack.
Roll to hit.
Mace attack.
That hits. Roll damage.
That hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
Okay. Sorry, my
6.
audio is being gross.
All right, yeah. So you swing your mace, and he's still distracted by the fireball and kind of trying to glare it out. And as he turns his head, your mace swings across his face, hitting him, knocking a few of his teeth out as he just spits out some blood and looks back at you, and he's just like, "You will regret that."
Ow, my nipples on
Anything
fire.
else you want to do?
Did you see?
Ha! People respect you now. Like, give you less respect now. First impression.
Kane, are you doing anything else?
That's just about all. That's about all I can do.
All right. Abraxas, you are up. What you doing?
I will continue assaulting him with my longsword.
So yeah.
Roll to hit.
Get him, boy.
Give him a good slash, Abraxas.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Buenissimo.
6 damage. Would you like to describe your kill?
Yeah.
No.
Between the mix,
Yeah. No. Sorry.
between the mixture of the firebolt and the mace, basically I find a good opening as I basically slash at his neck, as I managed to cut deeply at a main artery.
All right. So you see from over your shoulder a fireball hits him in the chest and starts to melt some of the links on his shirt. And you
Yes!
see Ozzy dart past you to
Ah,
the side.
my nipples are so toasty fresh right now.
Kane, are you okay?
Stop.
I think Kane's on a pretty big delay. Sorry. Where was I? Yeah, so after that, he's distracted, and you see Mork bring his mace across Balfour's face, knocking some of his teeth out as he spits blood and looks over at him. And at that moment, you see, as he looks at him, you see your opening, and your soldier training kicks in, and you just take a big step forward and swing from the side. And as he turns his head to look at you, the last thing he sees is the sword hitting his neck, and you drive it deep and deeper as you just keep pushing, going through bone and marrow and sinew, and you just come out on the other side as his head rolls to the floor on the side. Balfour is dead.
Get fucked.
At which point I just cleaned the
Yes, sorry, my thing.
at which point I just cleaned the blade off from the bullet that I just made and put my weapon away. Okay.
Stab him again.
Stab him again.
Well, if anything else, I think our job
Yeah,
here.
let's just stabbing the shit out of him.
It's like I kind of see Mork doing this. It's like I think he's dead, Mork.
We thought he was regenerating there for a while.
Wait,
We
what?
need to set him on fire. Burn him.
Ozzy, if you would please be so kind.
Oh, yes. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Set him aflame.
I do. Right after I check his
Just like,
pockets.
well, we've thought that.
Well, yeah, we gotta check them pockets first.
Pat down the body.
You know what? Let's just.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
I guess we're patting down his body.
Yep,
All right,
checking the pockets, then we're going to set him on fire.
Ozzy, would you
Okay,
like to check?
One of you roll an investigation with advantage.
Awesome. I'm good at that.
Go for it, Ozzy.
Blip.
18.
Okay.
All right. So on him, you find his mace.
That's
That's
the
about
worst
it. He didn't
cover
have a lot
Metallica I've ever
on-
heard.
Hey, don't you judge for whom the bell tolls or how they toll.
Yeah. So you find a mace. Just be a regular steel mace. He didn't seem to have a lot on him. Most of his stuff was on his alchemy table that you guys messed
I've
with earlier.
already rated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
A whole lot of lit.
Odd duty at Lint? Nice.
Amazing. Now we can set him on fire, yeah?
Yes. Ozzy, your torch.
And I set him on fire as I step back.
likewise.
Yeah, everybody should step back a little bit.
So, what are we gonna do about Grandma and the kids upstairs?
I say we just leave them. If anything, maybe we should try luring them in here and then just closing it.
Let's take him with us. What the hell?
Why?
Let's let them. It's not like they were doing any harm just staying in here. Why don't we just leave them?
We're not like forcing them to
True.
come with us. I just, they've never been outside these doors. I figured, why not?
No.
Maybe it's best that they never do because they were talking about the Great Reclamation and they seemed excited to get out to cannibalize people.
Maybe they can't. Maybe they can't be in the sun. Did you see the way those two kids looked? I don't think they've ever seen an ounce of sunlight in their life. Too
It's
much
just-
of it might actually kill them.
Just a suggestion. That's all.
Well,
We could just lock them down here.
I say
What?
we
But
just- well, if anything, I say we just leave them behind. It's, if anything, they're most likely just misguided under the pretenses of what they were under the belief of. After all, the religion itself wasn't evil, but a good number of their followers were.
Indeed.
I
So
still
I
have
say
this
we-
lock so I can relock the front door pretty easy.
That too. So
Yeah.
we can keep it locked. So let's try making our way out.
Sounds
Yes.
like a good idea.
Question
Yes.
though.
Let's make sure that this body burns to ash first.
Well, it's already gone.
Okay.
But what was
Yeah,
your
all of
question?
you gain 220 experience, please.
220.
Is that including all of the stuff that we did last time?
Oh yeah, you guys didn't. I didn't give you what you did last time.
Yeah, none of us got experience for everything we did
Oh,
last time,
so
guys, by the way.
Make it 290 then, because
We should all be at 390. Right.
But
I know
total.
you and I talked about it. I don't remember.
Okay, so what were we all at to begin with? 170?
I have myself at 180.
I have.
Some of you have gotten extra experience for doing certain things, like certain extra things in the game or solving puzzles or whatever. So not everybody's experience is going to be the same.
Okay. So, how much is everyone getting then?
290, I believe.
Everybody's getting 290?
290. Okay. So let me see where that puts me at
Actually,
then.
I can
Not exactly.
look at all the X's that I have over here and see what I haven't accounted for. Yep, 7 zombies. Yeah.
Do Ozzy and I get anything extra for solving it?
Yeah, both of you take an extra 30 for
Neat.
solving the riddle of the
Well,
curse.
I'm kind of led to curiosity. Was this the thing in the center? Was that a altar?
It was a
his
coffin.
bed?
It's a
Oh.
coffin.
I'm
It's,
a little
prob-
s-
it's probably his old body. Anybody want to open it and find out?
I want to open it.
No, I didn't mean that seriously. Please, let's
I'm
leave.
gonna open it.
Yeah,
got
roll
a pry
strength
bar.
check.
Can we rest first? Does anybody want to take a long rest first?
I could use
I'm
a
okay
nap.
with that.
Yeah, I'm.
Long
He's
rest
taking a
first,
long
then
rest.
I open the creepy
We're
coffin.
gonna die.
We're
Well-
gonna take.
Hold on. Do we want to rest down here or in one of the rooms upstairs where we know that we won't be disturbed?
Would we be disturbed down here?
Well, the thing that I'm worried about is the exit. What if someone wakes up and decides to move it?
Who up there is gonna be strong enough to move it? They got 2 small children and a decrepit old lady.
Did we ever figure out how strong the
Yeah.
children were?
No.
Fair enough.
But if anything, they are a little aware.
So yeah, I'm a fan with the Braxis of the moving upstairs.
Okay, so we move upstairs, but then I come back down here and open up creepy coffin.
Yes, but rest first.
Sure, why not?
You can do that on your own.
Are you staying?
No, I'm going to help her open the creepy coffin.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna come back down and help too.
We're all gonna help open the creepy coffin, cause teamwork.
We're kind of
Yes.
all in this together at this point.
Agreed.
Yes.
I blame Abraxas.
So the corpse is completely dust at this point, right?
Yeah, he is ash.
Okay, good. It's not coming back.
Hopefully.
I guess we'll find out eventually, but
So we go upstairs.
Yeah, let's
And we
do that.
rest.
Find a nice, comfortable pew.
Pew sounds good.
All right, let me move you guys upstairs. All right.
We might not want
So
to
as
mention
you
that
go
we killed their
upstairs-
spiritual leader, by the way.
Nonsense.
The woman is awake and she's looking intently. She's like, "Balfour, Balfour," as you guys come up.
Gesundheit.
Close enough,
Where-
Father.
Where is Balfour?
he's
So, there's a sarcophagus down there that I think was Balfour. There's ash all over the top of it, though. I'm thinking he's
Dead.
passed away.
It's not possible. He said he would return to lead us.
I'd wait. Let me take a nap over here.
Perhaps he is not ready yet. Just give it time.
All right. So are the rest of you taking a long rest as well?
Please, God.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you get all your spell slots back. Regain your health.
Oh, same, Ozzy.
Do you want us to use a day ration?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So once you guys wake up, then the woman seems to have been in deep prayer or meditation for most of the time you guys have been sleeping. You don't know if it's day or night at this point.
There we go.
That's bad.
What's bad?
We can take the old lady downstairs to have her see Balfour, open the creepy coffin, lay her in it as well, and then just close it and leave.
How about we don't?
That's naughty.
That
You
is
have
very naughty.
no
We should
right
not do
to
that.
talk. Let's just go downstairs, see if there's anything in the sarcophagus, and leave.
I'm good with that. Now we
Agreed.
go back downstairs.
All right.
I'm right behind her.
I'm right behind Ozzy.
Oh. Ooh, hold on. My brother's here with food. I'll be right back.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself.
Okay, I will mute myself.
Thank you.
Let me go on my teacher.
Okay, so
Anybody got a pry bar?
yeah,
We
That
have a
costs-
giant turtle.
Yes, I am the giant turtle, and I will shove the thing.
on a crowbar to help you with it.
Nah, I'm gonna shove it
I forget. How much do we heal on a full rest?
Completely.
To full.
completely.
Oh, really?
You also regain any
Someone
Like
else can
racial
be
abilities
beside
or,
me
like,
using the crowbar, though, so I can
once
get
a day
advantage
abilities.
when propping this thing open.
Yeah, if anyone wants to help her.
I'll get a hand. With
Alright, Audrey.
Abraxas's crowbar.
All right.
Go for it.
Audrey, roll with advantage.
Oh, wow, that's sad.
You want me to try?
If you want.
I mean, I'm the one
For us.
helping you, so I probably should also try.
What's your
yeah.
modifier?
What?
What's your modifier?
3.
I mean, this is a heavy stone lid to this coffin, like
Does the
This is
crowbar
like
give
a,
me any?
about 8-foot coffin, and the lid is solid. Like
I got a 0 I can add.
Yeah, Ozzy, get over here.
Get
It's not
over
so much
here.
that, like, it's not going to help as much because it's not that that thing is like stuck together. It's just that it's so heavy that like lifting it up requires some work.
Oh, how about that? Not 20.
Okay, yeah.
Not
Yeah, so this
25
time,
because you're rolling
Queen-
with advantage.
We tried before, and then he's like, "All right, you know what?" Cracks his turtle knuckles, and then just with full strength, just lifts the whole thing up and shoves it to the side, cracking it as it lands on the ground.
That's because I helped.
Oh, Ozzy, you were everything. All moral
Yeah,
support.
Ozzy there, bringing the true muscle of the team.
Nah, I was like, I'm not gonna let this scrawny little thing break himself trying to help out. So
It was to protect Ozzy.
It was to protect him that I brought out my turtly
The
strength.
purest of goals.
It's still about me.
Yes, it is.
Christ, what's in there?
In the thing is about it's about 3 feet deep, but the first foot is just like liquid blood.
Liquid
Liquid
what?
what?
Put the lid back
Blood.
on. Everybody else is gonna put the lid back on. Put the lid back on.
Liquid what?
Liquid
Blood.
like it's not dried. It's like actual like liquid blood.
Anybody
Oh,
want to put the
gross.
lid back
Yes,
on? Let's put the lid
let's
back on.
go grab the shattered pieces of the lid and place that back on.
Well, maybe if
That's
somebody
creepy at all.
hadn't just shoved.
You know, if I wasn't so inspired to
It didn't
protect
actually
Ozzy from
break.
hurting himself.
It didn't actually break. It's still there.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then
Put it
we're
back on.
gonna
Put it back on.
put that back on.
Right back on.
All right, roll strength to put it back on. With advantage.
Although I'm kind of curious what would happen if I tipped it over.
No.
Is there anything in the bottom?
the bottom
No!
part of the coffin is actually like part of the altar. Like it's built up from the floor.
Oh, fine.
Bye.
Yeah, you're able to put the lid back on.
Let's just leave.
Alright, now-
We're here.
Curiosity satiated. Let's go.
Gone.
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 Go on. Oh.
Alright, back
Chickens.
upstairs.
More?
Don't you chickens us. We're not gonna.
With
Listen.
Eladia.
I'm not a chicken. I was happy to choke out a small child.
This cleric just wants to go back to his forest and live life as a hermit again and not stick his feet in blood.
Let's do it.
And
It's like wishing
bones
grapes.
and
Only
weedy
there's no
bits.
grapes and it's all blood.
What was that?
Alright,
Poor
so
us. Oh.
yeah, the woman is silently weeping in her pew.
Weeping.
Weeping.
I'm gonna push the statue back into place.
What's wrong, Grandma?
You're moving it back into place, Audrey.
Yes.
Dang, you rolled that same thing again.
I'm a strong boy.
Strong turtle.
Strong.
Yeah, just this Queen knows what the weight of this is, so just pushes it back in.
Full body
You
tackle.
guys
for
wonder
goddamn
where
statue.
that was during the fight and all the other fights you've had in here, but
You need 2 more bodyguards just like you.
I mentioned the woman was weeping, though.
Yeah, what's wrong, Grandma?
yeah, she is. She's like, Balfour's not coming back.
Nope.
I'm afraid not.
What? Why would you say that?
Oh,
How long have you
Balfour's-
been here?
Oh,
You've been here hundreds of years now.
200
And now you're giving
years
up?
Now, I believe.
Well, we're heading back to
Although
town.
The things
Would you like
I've
to come with us?
seen,
No.
We let
The
her
man
finish.
who had allowed that to happen he's no savior. Wait, Ozzy, what'd you say?
Asked her, well, would you like to come back to town with us?
Why?
Back to town, so the outside world is healed again?
Healed in
Yeah,
what
it's-
sense?
It's better.
Oh, that's so good to hear. I thought I wouldn't live to see the day. Even if Balfour isn't here to lead us, I would still want my darlings Al and Fa to see the outside world for how it once was. Beautiful and not the hell it would have turned into.
Awesome. You coming with us?
I cannot move on very well on my own, but I will try my best.
Awesome.
Would
I
one
think
of
we'll
you-
carry you.
She looks at the men and she's like, "Would one of you strapping men help an old woman out?"
I think the one who invited her should carry her.
Yeah.
Al and Fa walk in. Hey, Grandma, what's going on? Great Grandma, are you okay?
So much for locking up the front gate again, huh?
And she looks at them and she's like, "Al, Fa, the time is here, children." it's time for us to go. And Alan fell look at each other and they're like, they get really excited. They're like, really? We get to go outside now? And she just kind of nods at them like, yes.
Can I lean down close to them and like give them like a couple words of advice as we go out?
Yes.
I'd like to tell them in a deep, gravelly voice to not eat people. Look at them and I go, don't eat people.
This is the first time any of you have heard Quee speak.
Kind of raise a brow at this. It's like, good
They're
advice.
Like, what? I mean, not even the dead ones?
No.
Especially not.
Oh. Well, I mean, what do you guys eat out in the outside world?
I'm
Good.
going to give them each
Chickens.
one of my day rations.
Sandwiches.
You give them some dried meats, some jerkies,
Broccoli.
and they kind of look at it, and they're like, "It looks exactly like what we eat off of the skeletons."
I said, this is animal we raise.
Oh, kind of like the small brown things that run around the floors here.
I understand that they meet rats, and I'll nod.
Oh, yeah, okay. You like those too, but there's not a lot left. Right. So is one of you gonna carry Grandma?
It's like I'm looking at
I
Ozzy,
will.
expecting him to do it since it
Go
was
on.
his idea.
Come on, Ozzy, man
And
up.
you spoke up. You commit to it.
I
Commit.
smile. Then I head out the door.
Just leaving.
Come on,
Rock,
Al.
paper,
Come on.
scissors for who carries
pick her
the
up.
boxes.
I'll
No.
do it. It's like I'll offer
All right,
her to.
Praxis, roll in athletics.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're fine. You pick
like-
her up, no problem. She kind of like rides on your back a little bit.
All right.
And you
Here
don't
we
really
go.
pick her up so much as you're just like kind of holding her aloft so that her feet can support herself. So she is walking beside you, but at a very slow pace.
Okay. At
And
which
Alan
point-
Farr kind of dancing around excitedly, like, "We get to go outside! Yay!"
It's like, hold on. Let me take the lead so that she's in front.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And since technically this is, I guess, the best equivalent to their leader now, it would be fair if she goes first.
This is true.
She's not. She's like, "Oh, thank you. I don't think I caught your name, young man."
Abraxas.
It seems like the lifting of the curse has had a positive effect on her mind.
That's always a plus. At which
Well,
point,
Abraxas, thank you for your kindness. Now let's go.
indeed, as I
I'm going to have the kids walk in front of me.
All right, they're walking in front of you. They're kind of like skipping and
I'm going to hang
doing
out with the
stuff.
kids. They obviously need instruction.
I am going to keep Ozzy as far away as I can from these children.
All right. So at this point, we basically lead him to the door.
All right, I'm gonna just move everybody to the door. Where's Mork?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, hey, Mork. All right. So yeah,
I think the secret statue accidentally came with us.
Don't worry about that.
Ozzy, where was that strength earlier when we
Magic.
needed it?
This
Where was
place is
what?
weird, yo.
Fucking dragging on the statue with you like no big deal. Come on.
What statue?
All right, the
What?
the altar that you guys moved to go downstairs. I accidentally moved a token with it when I moved you guys.
Ah. Anything in here? Looks like a
We
house.
we already checked that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Balfour's
we
office.
weren't-
You guys already
We weren't here for that.
Oh, well.
You look down.
She's looking at the doors and she's like, I'm afraid I'm not strong enough to open these.
Well,
Then,
clearly.
then allow us to.
Do we have to strength check anything?
No, the
They're
doors
just
are like the
doors.
doors are open and unlocked. It's just they're kind of like big wooden doors. So,
Okay, but I
Cool.
shove them open.
all right, and go back here. Let me. Nope, not what I wanted. Give me 1 second. I apologize.
That's right.
All right, so as you guys walk outside, Al and Fuh kind of like shield their eyes. They're like, oh, that's bright. That's really bright.
Just give it a moment. You'll adjust to the outside. I'd like.
It may take them a moment.
Yeah.
Or a couple years.
Go ahead and do they have hoods on their robes?
Yeah, they do. They're pulling them up and kind of covering their eyes as much as they can with them.
Pull them as far forward as you can, boys. It'll
It
help.
doesn't help that they're in snow, which reflects sunlight. But
Yeah.
and
Well, I
honest, Ray,
suppose-
as you, oh, I'm sorry, what were you saying, Audrey?
I was just gonna say, I suppose we could just head back to town now.
As Honest Ray just takes her first steps out, you see tears just start to roll down her eyes, and she's like, "Beautiful. The visions I saw as a girl. I'm so glad the world has recovered." And she
Again,
looks
I'm
at you
curious.
guys. She's like, thank you so much for bringing
No.
this news."
Don't mention it.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Um.
Going back to town?
Yeah. But before we do, there's one thing I at least want to do since we are actually in this courtyard area. The body that I originally identified as the captain of the opposing forces that were apparently in this area,
Right.
I want to go over to the corpse and take the insignia of the opposing force.
All right. Roll investigation to find his body again, but roll it with advantage since you've already found it once.
Okay. Investigation. 10.
10. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you're able to find him
Alright.
with some rummaging. Tauros, as Abraxas does this, Honest Ray, the old woman, is leaning on you as Abraxas goes and does that.
Okay.
So yeah, add captain's, not sigil, not sigil. What's the word I'm looking for?
Insignia?
Insignias.
Captain's insignia to your items.
Gotcha.
Taurus is going to be idly fiddling while he's holding on to the woman. Is idly fiddling with the amulet around his neck, trying to look at it over because
Oh,
he didn't
yeah,
get a
okay,
real good look
so-
at it.
Let me look. Yeah, no, she doesn't see it. All right. It's a gold amulet. It has a Actually, is there a description of it? Apologies.
Stay away from my children.
So I'm gonna try to teach the
Alright.
kids some cantrips.
Just out of the blue.
Stay away from my children.
Your children. When did you get children?
They're right here in front of me now.
When did you have them? That since they're your children.
Koi reproduced
adopting them.
asexually. Koi buds.
Hi, bud.
I see.
Anyway, so yeah, the amulet is a like diamond shaped piece of gold with the symbol that you've been seeing throughout the temple of the forge and the hammer. They have that, but cut out of ruby and inlaid into the amulet itself, with scribblings written in Elvish around it. Which you
Would
can read
I?
Elvish, right?
Yeah, I can read that.
Okay, yeah, they basically say, "For we are his chosen few, and may we bring the world the light once more."
Yawn.
Why would Flatterly want this so bad?
I don't like Flanagan. Just gonna say that now.
Why did we agree to 18 gold?
He told
pieces?
you guys when he was he told you guys when he did it that he collects artifacts and stuff,
How would
Yeah.
he
I still
know
don't
that
like-
this exists?
museums and institutions.
What is it? You know, we could always go.
Something you
You
want
guys
to
are
share?
under contract to bring him back the amulet.
Yeah.
Well, we are in contract to bring back an amulet. I have 2 of them. One of
He
them.
knows what it looks like.
Does he though? How would he have seen it?
He gave you the description.
Yeah.
Of the amulet?
Yes.
Yeah. It's what we knew what to look for.
I don't know if I trust him with it.
Well, if anything, I guess you could procure more information from him about it when we get back. But for now, let's just. We're gonna have to at least take a day of travel to get there.
This is true.
We still got goblins between us and them.
True.
This is true.
Well, let's deal with the goblins first. If anything. Yeah, originally I didn't want to start a fight on the bridge because who knows if they would have actually tried to destroy it. But at this point, it's like, let's at least wait to cross it before we make an attempt to do anything about it. So let's just.
We can just, pay the toll fee again and cross over it.
True. But that's also assuming we want anyone else coming back here.
People are going to explore.
True.
One way or another, people are going to find their way here and find their way in.
True.
It's literally what we just did.
True,
true.
but how often of them will actually be foolhardy though?
Well, we said we were going to kill them for the sake of everybody who had to cross the bridge again.
Well, let's see how they react when they see us again. So, but regardless, what are the kids and the grandma doing now?
Al and Fa are just kind of like shielding their eyes, but also listening to Ozzy trying to show cantrips, but not really getting what he's saying.
And I am going to leerfully watch Ozzy to make sure he is behaving with the children.
And then Grandma.
What do you
is
mean by
just kinda
behaving exactly?
Leaning against Tauros and just kind of breathing a little heavily.
Exactly what I said.
Tauros would be willing to tell her a story. The boy knows a lot of stories.
I just want to teach them how to be wizards.
At which point I return to the grandma. It's like, well, just one more door to go through. Are you ready?
Let's
Yes,
go.
I'm ready.
All right.
Sure,
I
why not?
can help
So
her
as
with
you
Praxis.
start moving across, wait, what did you say, Tauros? I'm sorry.
She's still leaning on me. I can help her if Abraxas just wants to take point. Or would I have to roll athletics even though she's leaning on me?
Oh, I kind of want her to go first since she needs to make her way on the outside first. So it's like I'll help guide her mainly.
Go for it.
So as Braxis, she leans on you, and you guys start moving. You guys make it about halfway across the courtyard before she just collapses to her knees in the snow.
Well,
And starts coughing.
Are you
Yeah.
alright?
And she looks at you, Taurus, and she's like, I'm 500 years old, dear. I'm not what you might call all right.
Nonsense.
Alright.
Don't look a day over 480.
Yeah. Nonsense. You
Oh,
look
you're
as spry as
sweet.
200.
But she starts to lean down, and you notice that as she's coughing now, like blood is starting to come up with her coughs as well.
Mm.
Just
She's
hang.
like, oh, Oh, well, I suppose I'm glad that I managed to make it outside today. Then.
Still got to get you out the door. Come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
Think you can make it?
thank
You
you,
will.
dear, but I do not think that that is in my path. Alan kind of notice, and they run over. They're like, "Great grandma," and she's like, "Oh, hello, dears. Come close." And they come close, and they come to her, and she kind of whispers something into their ears for about like a minute before they both go away. And you see tears kind of coming down their face. They're like, "Oh, okay, great grandma. We will. We promise."
Could any of us hear this?
Roll a perception.
Okay.
Would Abraxas and I roll perception with advantage because we're standing right next to her?
No.
Okay.
I got 16.
All right. Well, is everybody who wanted to try, have they rolled? All right. Yeah. None of you were able to hear what she said. It was too quiet, and you get the feeling that Alan Fudd probably have really good hearing, with growing up in the dark.
Okay.
And, with that, she kind of looks at you, Abraxas, and then you, Tauros, and she's like, "Thank you so much. If you could, would you please take care of the children? They're good kids."
I'll do my best to.
Of course.
Thank you. And with that, she kind of lays back in the snow and takes like one last deep exhale, and then she just doesn't inhale after that.
At least she got to breathe the fresh air one last.
Indeed.
Well, let's bury her.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Al and Fudd kind of turn around quickly and cling to your legs, Quee, and they just kind of squeeze tight as they're kind of crying into your scales.
Cry into my scaly scales. I'll put one big old scaly hand on each top of their heads and pat them gently.
Your hand is much bigger than either of their heads, but yes.
I'm going to pat them gently as I comfort them like that.
A charisma check for comfort.
Yes, ma.
Yeah, you comfort
17.
them. They're crying, but you kind of like are like, it's okay. She's gone to be with her God now, and all this. You comfort them. Yeah, you guys wanted to bury her?
Yeah, we'll just
Yes.
we'll lay her down and then we'll cover her in the snow.
All right. It takes you about an hour to do so overall, just to get the hole dug and make sure it's somewhat proper.
Fifth Voyager.
You can say that again.
Onward we march.
It means Io's blood and Draconic, if you were curious.
A little.
Not really.
All right.
No one asked you.
Alan Fudd kind of
That's why I said it.
like spend one moment beside where their grandma was buried, and you just hear a quick like goodbye, grandma, and then they start walking with you guys.
I'm going to kneel by the grave real quick. And I'm going to pull out my priest pack. I'm going to lay down a couple candles and a little bit of incense and set that up.
All right.
I'm going to light the candles. I'm going to light the incense.
All right. Her grave is now blessed by the paladin.
Oh, one last door.
Yep.
And now we go.
This door is already open because you guys never closed it after you came in.
Ah, right.
Onward we go.
All right. So you guys leave and you go back down the path, retracing your steps. It's a much easier travel down than it was to come up.
Always is.
Good to
And,
know.
with that, eventually you start coming to the same bridge that you first met the goblins at.
Are the goblins still there, or
They are still there.
Hello, goblins.
So I'm just rearranging you guys a little bit to be in a better starting position. Alan, so as you come, you see the one goblin on the other side of the bridge sees you guys and waves again. He's just like, "Hi."
Hey guys.
oh,
He's
hello?
like,
Oh.
they told me that I need to charge you 1 gold per person.
Okay.
Okay, but these kids aren't ours.
I'm going
still
to
have-
keep the children close to me.
I'm sorry, but they still have to pay. Wait, Ozzy, did you pay the gold?
Yeah, I paid my gold.
All right, yeah, they let you come across. You wave and he's like, "Bye, elf man."
I'll pay for mine, and I'll also pay an additional one for one of the kids.
I'll get the other one.
Oh,
Right,
I was
so
gonna
both
get
of you-
both of them.
Okay, well, Abraxas and Tauros, both of you take 2 gold out of your inventory.
All right.
Mork, what are you doing?
Wait, you should ask me what I'm doing first, actually.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, what are you doing?
These two fall asleep.
Okay, roll sleep, so roll the HP for it.
Sure.
Abraxas, I'm gonna ask that you keep one of the children close to you, and I'll keep the other one close to me as we bridge.
Noted.
I paid and went across.
25. All right.
I'm going to pay my gold and cross closely behind Abraxas and one of the twins. I think they're twins.
I'm gonna go ahead and move across quickly.
So you got 2 goblins between you and actually getting our money back and all this, and you're just gonna cross. Okay, that's fine. It's okay.
I think.
All right, so yeah, both of those goblins fall asleep. And you hear the other goblin go, guys, why are you taking a nap on the job?"
What happened?
What happened?
"Oh, they must have been really tired.
Yeah.
We've been guarding this thing nonstop for like a week.
You should take a nap too.
Yeah,
then.
you should also
Literally
take a
just
nap.
stand here all day waiting for someone to come, and like none of us were able to talk unless someone talks to us first. It's a horrible existence."
Sounds terrible.
You should also probably take a nap.
Tell you what,
Exactly.
I'll let you
Everyone
off
PC.
guard duty, but you gotta pay me back.
Well, Ozzy, he's on the other side of the bridge as you. The other
Well,
person
he
on
can
the
come
same
across
side
here and
as the
pay me
bridge
my
as you.
gold, and then I'll let him off duty.
He kind of thinks for a minute. Roll a persuasion.
George
Sure.
is trying not to laugh.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Oh boy.
Maybe you shouldn't. Oh wow.
Wow, with my -1, I still got 17.
Let me see what's his. Yeah, no, you beat him. He's like, "Yeah, I could use a nap," and he kind of comes over the bridge and he hands you back your gold and then everyone else's gold, and he's like,
You're awesome.
"All right, I'm gonna go take a nap," and he kind of walks.
Does this include the gold from the previous time?
No, because he didn't take that gold from you other people had that. But
All right, so Abraxas and I, let's cross over with these children.
Right. You take point. I'll cover the rear with the children in the center.
Cool. Come,
sorry,
children,
I
come.
realized I have to move the children.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
you have to move the children. And rotate them so that way they're not falling off.
All right, now you two, be careful.
All right, they're stepping across the bridge very carefully. They're like looking at the river and they're like, "Wow, what is
Don't.
that?"
That is a waterfall, which goes into a river.
Whoa.
Be careful, though. You don't want
Why
to
do
be
they
on the
call
bridge
it a waterfall?
Because
water.
the water falls.
Neat. All right, so you guys move over to the rest of the bridge then.
Yes.
All right, these goblins are still asleep. Right.
Yeah,
You
I think
guys,
they'll be out for like an hour if I don't wake them up at all, and we don't attack them, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, so
Okay.
let's go.
All right, let's go then.
All right. You guys just keep going. You
And-
relieved one goblin of his gold and his duties, and the rest still are asleep.
And by any chance, so who has the gold as of now?
Take a
Ozzy
wild guess.
has, the 7 gold. Or I guess he would have gotten 2 gold.
Yeah, I was just curious. Okay, and then we continued walking down the path.
Yes.
All right. You guys kind of go out like off the path. I don't assume you guys want to go back to the tower.
I guess it only depends if how much daylight is left or how much travel is required or needed.
It's getting pretty close to dusk at the moment. Probably have about another 2 hours of daylight.
How long?
But,
How long did it take us originally to get to the tower from the town?
A day?
In terms of full travel time, it took you about 2 to 3 days.
Then yeah, it would probably be best if we like sleep here for that night and then we just continue onward, because we already secured the tower originally. So it's like, as far as I'm concerned, we kind of made sure that it was kind of a safe checkpoint for the returns.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Probably resting here for the night. We don't want to travel in the dark.
Alright.
Not with 2
You
children.
guys take a long rest. I don't know if any of you took any damage or used these spell slots. I think Ozzy did, but
Ozzy
regain
is
any
asleep.
Which I would say was actually well thought on that one.
Yeah, we'll play it, Ozzy.
I figured you were going to pick up the other goblin and throw him in the river, but
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna do.
Well, apparently, you're a lot more persuasive than any of us took you for.
me too.
That's confidence right there, I guess.
That is definitely something, Ozzy.
Well, it seems you took my advice of every layer has 2 ways out to literally to heart. Proud of you, Ozzy.
All right. So
I'm
you
pretty
guys
proud of me too,
wake
actually.
up the next morning. So Al and Fa are like, "Oh, it's kind of like the temple," and they're just kind of looking around. It seems like been awake for a while.
Well, this used to be an old mage. What was this? Originally a mage tower?
Guard tower.
Yeah, just some sort of guard tower.
It's like, well, this actually used to be a guard tower.
Well, the guards got snowed in and died.
Well, more like the place kind of got overgrown and it wasn't upkept well. So
I am going to kneel by the children and I'm going to give them another day ration.
All right. Take 2 rations out of your pack. They eat. Actually, everybody take another ration, by the way.
Gotcha.
I'm out. I hope we get to town by now.
The town is
Alright.
about like half a day's travel away from the tower now.
Perfect.
So.
Bro, just enough.
All right. So you guys don't want to do anything before you go, or are you just gonna start heading back for the town?
Might as well start heading back. So we kind of already cleared the tower out originally. So
So yeah, you spend the next half a day just talking, going back to the tavern, whatever.
Teaching Aleph the different things that they see and have questions about.
Yeah, you guys explain. That's a tree, and then that's an owl, or that's a run, that's a bear. And right. And eventually, you guys make it back to the town, and you guys kind of see the tavern as well.
all right. Well, it's like, hey, Morg. Morg.
Kane's on a little bit of a delay. Just give him a minute.
Actually, I just realized something.
Hmm?
Tauros, just gonna
Yeah?
run something by you real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, the guy obviously knew of the medallion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think he's gonna recognize anyone from the place that was there, do you think?
Well, how would he know what the medallion looked like?
I don't know.
That's all of the questions that I had previously.
Well, my other concern is, and I kind of am a little bit away from the kids when I'm asking Tauros this, which at this point I kind of lead them away. Do you think we should even allow the kids to witness what we are doing?
No.
I am going to
I
take
don't-
the children. I'm going to sit over here in the grass.
I don't even want to give this guy the amulet. I don't know if I trust him.
Yeah, well, if we don't, then it is under a contract that technically he could hire people to come after us too.
I do. I know that I don't trust him.
Well, that's why I'm asking about if the kids should witness this or not. Because if he doesn't recognize them, then that means he doesn't know anything about it. But if he does recognize the children, then that
Hey,
would.
Ozzy.
What's up?
They can come in, but I don't want them anywhere near him while we're doing this, if he does recognize them.
I protect children.
Which is why I originally suggest that Mork be the one to kind of watch over the kids, because Mork wasn't originally with us at the time when we signed for the contract. Remember? He came
This
in
is
late.
true. This is true. Mork's not part of the contract. That would actually be a very good idea, Brax. So yes, let us have Mork watch the children in the corner. Have them come in after us. I'd like to see his reaction. Hello?
Are you guys waiting for me or Kane? Because I'm just letting you guys talk.
Yeah. I'm waiting, I guess, for Kane, because he's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Well, he's moved himself over the children, so I'm gonna let the children know to stay with Mork for a while.
They look at you. Okay. And they turn to you, Mork, and they're like, "You know any games?"
So I say the children come in about 5 minutes after we enter the tavern.
Or 1 minute at least, but yeah, sounds good. So let's make our way in.
close my Tauros closes his robe around where he's wearing the amulet.
Bust through
As you walk in,
the bar swing doors and go, "We're back!"
the bar is almost completely empty at this point because it's like
Oh man.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. Finnegan is there though, and he seems to just be drinking some coffee and like working on some paperwork and stuff in his new usual seat in the corner.
Is that him?
He said he's like, yeah, he's like, you guys have returned.
Indeed. With the job completed, no less.
Well, hello there, my turtly friend. You are as spatially invasive as I remember.
Gonna stare him down.
He's like, you know what? I think that's just your form of greeting. So nice to see you too.
I'm gonna hold my hand out for
Oh.
coinage.
Before the
Like, oh well, well, this is a little bit awkward, but you see, you actually have to give me the amulet first, and then I pay you.
technically that is true.
True.
But before we do give you the amulet, though, we did have a question or two we wish to ask you before this job is officially completed by your records.
Okay, and what would you like to ask?
I look over at Tauros.
How did you know about the amulet?
Oh well, the current day followers of that god have asked me to retrieve it as it is considered a holy relic to them, and they did not want it in the hands of, and I'm quoting this from men of God, men of a god, deceiving fuck like Balfour.
The surviving members of the religion.
Yes.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Where did you meet these surviving members of the religion? Are they nearby?
Yes, actually, they are in the temple of Strong Arm the Forge Hand on the other side of town.
Am I familiar with that place or location?
You do remember
Am I?
passing by it. You guys do remember passing by a temple, like a temple / forge in the like
What
toward the
is-
front of town.
Mr. Flatterly, what is the symbol for that temple?
Oh, it is a forge with a flame on it.
Tauros Tauros
Anvil
moves.
with a flame. I'm sorry.
Tauros moves to dig in his pouch for the amulet he found in the hands of the angel statue outside. This symbol?
Yes, it would be that symbol, but is a gold amulet with the rubies in it.
No, I figured that was the amulet you spoke of. Not this one. I was just curious if this was the symbol.
Darn, guess we got
It
the
is
wrong
symbol,
one.
And if you want, I will buy that from you for extra coin if you would like. I'm sure the current order would not be opposed to having more.
Perhaps, but it might be, as Osmandius said, we might have not received the correct amulet.
Yes, but you did say you figured in this one, talking about that amulet, and that word choice leads me to believe that you found another amulet.
Can I intimidate him?
No.
If you would like to try.
You intimidate everybody.
I'm a big, scaly, silent turtle with eyes that are black as the deepest voids of the abyss.
So
That's not cliche at all. Awesome.
Nah, not at all.
Would you like if you want to roll intimidation?
I'll behave for now.
So you intend on giving it to the people who live there, or do you plan on selling it to the people who live there? The remainders of this origin.
Third party kind of situation. They asked me to find it since I am a known procurer of relics, and then I sell the job itself out to some local mercenaries looking for some coin.
So, in a roundabout way, they would be the one paying us.
I suppose.
So,
Though
would we be...
I am paying you with a portion of the money that I receive.
Well, then
How much did they pay you?
I am not at liberty to discuss that.
I don't see why not, but Abraxas, you had a question?
Not particularly anymore. If anything, I think the main question has been answered. Because I think we should conduct the business at that location that you mentioned.
Indeed. I agree. I
I'll
would
just take
like
my
to-
gold now, actually.
I would like
tried.
to...
You said no.
Give any gold until the amulet. And I will remind you that
Now I could have.
you are under contract.
This is true, but the contract doesn't specifically say where we have to give it to you.
The
I
contract
would-
did say that you have to return it to him.
Yes, not
Yeah.
where. It doesn't say we cannot first meet these third-party proprietors that you speak
We're
of.
gonna go to this church. Can I grab him?
No.
No. If anything,
I would.
if anything, we do wish to confirm that the second one that you mentioned that we found is the correct one.
Somebody roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Who has the
I'm
highest
not gonna-
charisma modifier?
I'm not going to try that again.
I have 2 charisma.
It's better than mine.
I have 2 charisma.
Mork has the highest charisma modifier, actually.
Mork,
Who?
Mork.
Oh,
which would
But
roughly
yeah.
be around the time he would walk in, actually.
Yeah, Mork would be walking in about this time.
yeah, but he's also supposed to not be interacting because he has the
True.
kids with him.
True.
Well, we're the ones talking to him.
Yeah.
Actually, since Mork's not in on this, if Mork goes and sells the thing, then we're not really screwing up the contract because he stole it from us.
That is true.
Hmm.
But Mark has no way to know of this because this was not something we had discussed with him before.
This is true. Well,
Well, it's technically one of you two has to make the rolls.
Taros! I choose you.
okay, I guess I'll make the roll.
Yes,
You
I
said
feel like you
pers-
would make a good roll.
You said persuasion?
Yep.
Would I be doing it with advantage? Because a bunch
Yeah,
of us?
because everyone's kind of everyone's working together to try and get him to do that.
20.
Yeah, he's like, all right then. I suppose we can go down to the temple for this transaction.
I
Excellent.
told you you'd do good.
That sounds fantastic.
At which point we start heading out the door, which is roughly around the time I would say is when Mork and the kids see and see our group then.
Yep.
And Fendigan is following us at this point, right?
Flanagan?
And yeah.
What's the, does he see the kids?
He sees them, but he doesn't really make any acknowledgement of them.
Hmm.
Besides the general kind of like weird, kind of shocked look when that anybody would have when seeing their faces, like, oh, okay then.
But, regardless, it's like Mork trail behind us as we head to the location.
As everyone's kind of heading out a little bit, I'm gonna go to the bar lady, and I'm going to buy some beets, some bread, and like a little bit of water, and I'm gonna give them to the kids as I kind of sit them at a table, and I ask them
we
to
like-
behave.
1 silver probably for all that.
1 silver.
Yep.
All right, but I'll set them down like I guess at this table, I'll ask them to behave for a little bit as we go conduct business.
Alright. They sit down and start eating.
I remind
So,
them that what they're eating is animal.
Alright, so we're gonna theater of the mind this because there is no temple. Matt. So yeah, it's about a 20-minute walk to the front of the town where the forge is / temple.
All
You
right.
see a lot of like orcs and dwarves working there, like half orcs, dwarves, a few Goliaths as well. Some in prayer, some hammering away at the forge, making armor and weapons and shields. Some making just farm tools, like pitchforks and hoes and stuff.
All right. I guess we'll try to find whoever it was that he technically hired Finnegan then.
Yeah.
One of them, you see an older dwarven gentleman. He's like, Finnegan. And he kind of walks over and he's like, so does this mean that you have our item then? The necklace of that betrayer? And he's like, yes, these folks here actually have it for me, but they wanted you to be they wanted you to be present when the transaction took place. And he was like, well, that's a respectable choice. As he looks at the rest of you and he's like, maybe see the item.
Sure. Well, Tauros would have it, but I do have one question I would like to ask you, though.
Yes.
How is it that you knew of the details of the amulet?
Oh, my great grandpappy actually told me once. He told me the stories of Balfour. And how he one day decided that he was to be the one who would herald the world through the apocalypse that never came. And they would tell me late about the amulet that was a source of power for the betrayer priest. And as I grew older, and as I eventually took head leadership of this temple, I decided that I didn't like the idea of an artifact like that being lost to time. So I sent for Mr. Flatterly here, knowing his reputation, and asked for his help in procuring that.
Do I sense he's telling the truth?
Roll insight. Yes, he is. He seems to be completely earnest.
Well, there's something else we found, actually, during our excavation, actually. Something that might actually interest you.
Oh? And what would that be?
I pull out the journal of Balthor, and I hand it to him.
Alright, he looks at it and he's like, oh. The scribblings of a madman, I see.
Those scribblings belong to Balthor.
Yes. Alright. How willing are you to part with this, my boy?
Considering that it is knowledge for another temple to learn from what may have happened there, I'm okay with parting with it, if anything, to gain knowledge and study.
Well, allow me to compensate you for this, my boy. And he kind of reaches in his pocket and he pulls out like 5 gold and he hands it to you. He's like, here.
I won't deny your gold, but at the same time, I'll only take it if you are accepting on giving it to me.
Well, part of Strongarm's teachings is that no good deed should be unrewarded, and no service should be unpaid for. Yeah.
If that is what you go by, then I will respect those sayings. Very well, I will gladly accept that.
All right. And he's like, no, about the amulet.
I'll leave that to you, Tauros, since you're the one who technically has it.
Opening his robe, Tauros carefully takes the amulet over his head and holds it out in his hand. I believe this is the amulet you seek.
Flatterly looks at him. He's like, Torg, is that it? And Torg's and the old dwarf, now named Torg, that you guys know. He looks at it, he goes, it's exactly as my grandpappy described it to me. Gold with a ruby forge, but the forge and the hammer are not the forge and the flame. So, specifying that is the unfortunate separators were led astray. He kind of starts to reach for it before he kind of pulls his hand back. He's like, may I?
Tauros thinks about it, but seeing as how nothing has hurt, no harm has been done, and the dwarf seems true, Tauros holds his hand out in offering.
He takes the thing and looks at it, and he inspects it more just to like make sure it's real and not a fake or anything. He looks at it flatterly, and he kind of nods, and he's like, well, I thank you all for retrieving this, and it could not have been an easy task.
No, it wasn't. But I do have one last question for you, though.
What is it?
Who else among you would know of the details of this amulet or of the location?
Well, it is a story passed down. The story of the lost temple and the separatist cult is passed down from generation to generation as a cautionary tale. Balfour is somewhat of a boogeyman, as it were, to our order. Parents use it to keep their children in line.
Well,
if you don't behave, Balfour will come down the mountain and take you.
Well, apparently there was potentially an army who may be aware of the location as well at some point in time. At which point I saw him the insignia that I found.
He kind of looks at it, he's like, I see. Well,
we found these on dead skeletons among the courtyard.
Well, if they were skeletons, then they would have been there for some time, and if there
at
were
least
no
200
bodies.
At least 200 years ago.
It does not mean that their kingdom has long forgotten about what they searched for.
No, but
if anything, you may want to keep this.
Anything else of value?
There is one thing, but I may want to find the actual person who may be associated with it, though. You wouldn't happen to know an elf with brown hair and brown eyes in this town, would you?
I know a few.
Well, I show him the locket.
Okay, he kind of takes it and he looks at it and he goes, oh, that is Elisa.
Where can I find them?
Oh, well, she, since her father never came back, her and her mother have, lived, on the north side of town. They have a sewing tailor shop that they run together.
In that case, I'll deliver this to them personally. Thank you for your assistance with this. Alright, I kind of look between Tauros.
I wouldn't worry about the army knowing they have nothing to gain by invading, and if they do, we have no more care for that wicked, evil place. So,
indeed. Well, there is one last thing we may need to actually bring to your attention.
Yes.
There is a good chance that two of their individuals who originally were in that place actually still roam.
Two people who are still alive from 200 years ago?
Yes.
Indeed.
Who are these individuals, if I may ask?
Would you like for us to bring them here?
I mean, yes, of course.
We have brought them with us.
I will go get the small children.
Oh. Okay.
Kui leaves to go gather Alan Fuck.
Tauros takes the other amulet he acquired out of his pocket and shows it to the elder dwarf. I also found this.
Oh, that would be a lesser amulet used as a general tool of worship for non-priest worshippers, just, your everyman, as it were.
If it's the same to you, I wish to keep it.
Of course, if you found it and you are under no obligation to return it to us.
Thank you.
May strong arm keep his blessing upon you for as long as you wear it.
Many thanks for my gratitude. Oh, Tauros turns to Flanagan. You know many people, do you not?
Yeah, I know a few people in and around the country.
I wish to know if you know a name of one Alonda Fairsight.
Alonda Fairsight.
I found a letter addressed to her, from her intended, a guardsman from a tower we came across.
The name sounds familiar. If you'd like, I can do some digging and come back to you in a little bit with an answer.
I would appreciate it.
A week or so to make the rounds.
I do appreciate it. I intend for her to see this. It should be done.
Yes, of course. And now that you've returned the amulet, even though it wasn't directly to me, I suppose you are due your payment now. So, he hands out each of you 18 gold.
Much appreciated.
And then, Kui, after you end up getting back with Alan Fa, he hands you your share too. And Alan Fa are like, "Where are we going?" Like, as they walk up. The Torg kind of looks at them and he's like, "These are the individuals."
Yes.
Yes.
There was a third one, but unfortunately she had recently passed away before she can leave the courtyard due to old age.
That is unfortunate. Right, as they walk up, they kind of look at him, and they look at him, and like they just kind of look him up and down. And they're like, "Why does that kid have a beard?"
That's a dwarf.
I'm not a dwarf.
Oh, okay. He's like, "It is very nice to meet you. What are your names?" And he's like, "I am Al," and then I am Fa.
They will require some education.
And he kind of looks at them, and he's like, he looks at him, and he kind of pulls you closer, Taurus, and he's like, do you know what is the cause for their appearance?
They were in the dark for many years, and they were not fed a very healthy diet.
Inbreeding.
Also possible inbreeding.
Ah, I see. Well, children, so I understand that you've only recently left the temple? And they're like, yeah, our great-grandma, she died, and then we came with these nice people, though, and then now we're here. He's like, and he kind of looks at them, and he's like, oh, well, if you would like, we always have room for more people here at our temple. And they're like, I don't think Strongarm would be very happy with us if we just started worshiping another god. And he's like, oh, well, you see, children. The thing about that is, this is a temple to Strongarm. You see their eyes kind of up to the temple and see it, and they're like, oh.
You two would learn quite a lot under this temple.
And these people would take very good care of you.
Then we don't have to feed you anymore.
Shut up, Ozzy.
Ozzy!
I am going to punch Ozzy in the arm.
Oh my god, you'll break him.
What? It's not true?
All right.
I punch him in the arm to shut him up.
Are you trying to attack or just like gently?
Kind of gently, but with a
Queen
little
does
intent
not
for
know
him to hurt.
Queen does not know gentle.
All right. I'm not going to make you roll an attack for that.
I was about to say, I'm not actually
Ozzy,
trying to
take
hurt
1
him. I
damage
just want
because
him
she's
to
a
shut
very
up.
large turtle person.
Be nice to the children.
Like, your whole bicep is now a bruise.
How is I not being nice? It was only telling the truth.
They kind of, Alpha kind of turned to look at you, Queen. They're like, turtle person, would you come visit us if we stayed here?
I will kneel down and I'm going to give them a hug and I will let them know I will visit them as much as I can.
They kind of like smile and they're like, yeah, okay. And they turn around to Torg and they're like, okay, Mr. Dwarf, yeah, we want to learn. We want to stay here. He's like, all right then. And he kind of takes the children by the hands and he nods to you guys and he kind of leads them back into the temple.
I wave to him and I kind of look among my companions. Okay, well, looks like I have a extra location to actually visit and drop off this locket now. So, if anyone wants to tag along, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I guess this is technically where we part ways.
I have a delivery myself to make, and while I do not know its location, I do have to eventually make it, but I'd be more than willing to accompany you on whatever mission you take.
Much appreciated. At which point I probably should actually contact my...
Your battalion.
Yeah. If anything, who knows how many days I've passed. If anything, I want them to at least be aware that I'm still alive. In case if my services are required again.
Probably
By the way, did I ever tell you what battalion I actually am part of?
No, I don't believe that ever came up in conversation.
It's not one I normally talk about much, but we're normally referred to as the Salamander unit.
No joke.
I mean, we mainly consist of those of the heritage of the fire breathers. Anyway, I'll be heading up north to Northside Town. If anything else, I'll see you guys back at the end, maybe.
Indeed.
Finnegan's
Awesome.
like, well, that's where y'all can find me because now that we have all been paid and all that has been settled, your contract is fulfilled, and I have more paperwork to do. So I will see y'all later. And he kind of tips his hat and starts walking back to the tavern.
Don't forget to pay your tab, Finnegan.
Oh, yeah. He just kind of keeps walking.
And I'll walk my separate way.
And Toros will make his way back into the bar.
I am going to walk alongside Taros back to the bar after saying goodbye to Alpha and Fa before they go into the temple.
All right. So you said you're going back to the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you head back to the bar.
Yeah.
All right. Braxis, did you want to do that now?
Work figures that his time with the group's pretty much done with. Shit, never mind.
No, you're good. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Kane?
Can you there?
He's on a delay. Just give him a minute.
No, go ahead and let Abraxas go. I can't hardly hear nothing anyway.
All right. So yeah, did you want to go do that now then?
Sure.
All right. So as you head onto the north side of town, you eventually come to the tailor shop that Torg mentioned before.
All right.
The Sylvan Scissor, as it's called.
Cute.
Does the shop appear to be open at this time?
It is open, yes.
All right, I'll just walk right in then.
All right, as you walk in, you see a woman who looks a lot like the girl in the picture as she turns around. It's hard to tell for an elf, but she appears to be in like her mid-20s. She's like, "Ah, welcome, sir. What can we do for you today?"
Hi there. Mind if I get your name, Miss?
I don't remember what I made her name. I'm sorry.
It was like ale.
Um, oh yeah, I think. I'm Alia. Nice to meet you.
Alia.
Uh,
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Abraxas Gridlock.
it's nice to meet you.
Thank you. I think I may have found something that may have actually belonged to you.
Oh, I don't remember losing nothing.
At which point I show her the locket.
She kind of looks at it and she takes a minute to hold it before like when it finally clicks and she's like, where did you find this?
We found it at the old guard tower outside of town.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very, very much for returning it to me. And you can see tears starting to well up in her eyes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Mr. Abraxas.
Try to have a good day. I'm not normally fond of giving bad news like this, but if you wish to talk about it, then please, I'm willing to lend an ear.
I think more importantly, I should go find my mother and tell her, and show her this. So, if you don't mind, I think we'll be closing the shop early today.
Quite understandable. Best wishes to you.
And you as well, sir.
I make my way out.
The Sylvan Scissor, as she starts to like sob.
Yeah, guy's only been missing 10 years.
Yeah, well, having no word about if he's alive or not is also a matter of, hey, you now know something happened to him, so you can at least put something to rest.
Oh, I suppose.
All right. So yeah, with that, you have delivered your amulet to Alia.
And that is deleted from my inventory.
All right. Does anybody have any last things they want to do?
I want to deliver the letter that I have.
Put a post stamp on it and put it in the mailbox.
No. Oh.
So this is actually kind of awkward. The letter actually is meant to tie into like a whole nother adventure.
Really?
Was written. Yep. Since I haven't read that, I don't know if anything's supposed to happen when it's delivered.
Oh boy.
Here you go, barkeep. Have a random letter.
No. No, Taurus wants to deliver it, so. Well, if it's part of another story, I won't push it.
They
Would it
can use
lead
the
us into
characters
another quest?
They can use the NPCs, our characters as NPCs. So like other groups like come across this elf named Tauros, and he's like, "Hey, you know anyone who has this letter? Anyone know anyone by this name?"
Does anyone know this person? I've been looking for centuries.
The man on a quest to deliver a letter.
No, like
They call me the
Finnegan is
mailman.
looking for you, but it's going to take him a few weeks to like run through his contacts and stuff and find the information.
Right. Call me Kevin Costner, because Tauros has become the mailman.
All right. So if
I think we're good to cap it off there.
Yeah.
He's just going to be drinking a whole lot of beer on Finnegan's tab.
Yeah, Tauros too.
Me too.
And
Drink
You're also
I'm
doing
going
the
to drink
same thing.
real beer afterwards.
Get over here, Ozzy. Come drink beer with the friends.
Let's drink.
Drinks. So many drinks.
All right.
And
That's
I
game.
think we cap off our adventure here.
Yeah, that's game.
And with the cheering of a stein of ale to a quest completed, end. The chosen.
Hooray!
Yay, we did it.
We did it. Nobody died.
Nobody died. Well,
Except
I
for
mean,
Ozzy that one time.
And me that other time.
Oh, and Kui that
Yeah.
other time.
and Kui and Tauros, I think that other time too.
I never fell.
Nope.
Really?
Tauros
Was it
revived
only
us.
Kui?
Yeah, I
I
was the
thought-
one who revived.
Yeah.
It was me and Abraxas that went down.
Oh,
No.
Mork almost died.
Wait.
He relentless endurance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. My bad.
No.
I thought Abraxas went down.
No, I didn't.
No, Braxis was just brought to 1.
Yeah, and I was also brought to 1.